What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Everybody, what's going on? Hopefully, everybody feeling amazing. Hopefully, everybody vibing today. Things is going good in your corner. But if it ain't going good, I'm going to make it go a little bit better. I want to say welcome to the Uncle T Show. We have a very, very interesting topic again today. You know, I keep coming with good, interesting topics. Today's topic is, what do we mean when we say stay in a child's place? Once again, what do we mean when we say stay in a child's place? That's what I want to know. You know, because it seems like sometimes it's stay in a child's place, sometimes it's act like an adult, sometimes it's act like my partner. I don't know. But anyway, welcome to the show. This is a very interesting podcast. Okay, we got T Jizzle in the building. What's up, TJ? TJ, welcome to the show, son. We got G in the building. We got G Virgo in the building. Thank you, G Virgo. Welcome to the show. We have a very good podcast today. I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope I don't offend nobody. You know, I be offending people sometimes. And hopefully I don't offend nobody today. Put your big girl panties on. I'm going to say it like that. Put your big girl panties on, because we got something nice. And I don't know, it could have mean it. Put your big boy drawers on. You could put your big boy drawers on too for this one, because this is going to be a good one. So what do we mean as parents when we say stay in a child's place? I'm trying to wait on a couple more people to get in here right now. Just trying to wait on a couple more people to get here, but I don't feel like waiting. Let's get this boy popping. So what do we mean? Huh? You know, a lot of people throw that out there. Stay in a child's place. But it seems like certain things it doesn't apply to. Y'all hear me? We say stay in a child's place, but to certain things it really don't apply to. We want to take that back, and then we want them to be like adults, right? We want them to be like adults with certain things. When it come down to certain things, we want them to be just like some adults. But we always say stay in a child's place. So we're going to pull up this right quick. So one thing when we know we mean stay in a child's place is when your kid try to sit amongst adults. We really mean that. Stay your ass in a child's place. When they come in there, they being nosy, want to sit around you and your friends while y'all gossiping, talking about each other, talking about your other best friend. We don't want them to hear that. So we want them to stand in the child's place, get their ass in their bedroom. So then we don't want them to hear that. Because that's how a lot of them grow up, gossiping, talking about their cousins, their friends, because they've been heard y'all. They hear y'all gossiping, talking about. So we really mean it when it comes down to that. It's applicable. It's applicable when it comes down to y'all being in our business while we talking to our friends, right? Okay, what about this? Is it applicable when they try to express themselves? When they try to express themselves, but you don't like what they saying to you, they voicing their opinion. Oh, you want that to count. You want that to count, right? You want them to stand their place then. When they trying to express themselves and you don't like the way they're expressing themselves, stay your ass in the child's place. That's when I want you to stand in the child's place, right? We some trips, y'all. I know I've been this parent too. I promise you, I can't sugarcoat it. I was that parent before. You know, when you're sitting around me and my people and we talking and we don't want you hearing certain stuff, stay your ass in the child's place. Get on up out of here. Or when you trying to say something and you really just trying to have a voice. You're really just trying to have a voice and express yourself. What you should be able to have a voice, but we love saying it then. We shut your ass up when you just voicing your opinion. But we don't like the way you voicing your opinion, so we hurry up and tell you to stay your ass in the child's place, right? We funny, I'm telling you, y'all, we funny as parents, man. We need to fix it though. We need to fix it. I know y'all don't like it. I know y'all don't like it. All right. I know y'all don't like it. Y'all don't like that. Okay. We're going to pull up something else. Okay? I know I'm messing with y'all right now. Y'all mad at Uncle T. Y'all want them kids to stay in their place when you talking and gossiping about their auntie or somebody, or you gossiping about your husband or your boyfriend. Get your ass up out of here. Go stay in your child's place. Yep. Or you want them to stay in their place when they voice their opinion about something and you don't like the way they saying it to you. Stay in your place. Stay in your place. But what about this though? What about this? Now you want them to be kind of like an adult. You want them to be an adult right here. Y'all read that. Y'all read that one. Oh. You could be an adult right now. Is it still stay in the child's place if me, the non-custodian parent, I'm the custodian parent now. But when I'm the custodian parent, I don't know if some of y'all men doing this. Y'all might take some of the money the y'all baby mama sending y'all and go get your haircut, because the haircuts cost like $50 now. So y'all may be taking some of that woman money, going to get a haircut, going to buy a pair of Jordans or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, I'm the custodian parent now. So, but is it still stay in the child's place when a non-custodian parent sends money to the child and the custodian parent uses the money for their own personal expenses? I'm just asking. What's good? White girl magic, right girl magic. Hey, I see you in the building. Talk to me, white girl magic. Voice your opinion. Let me know now. Is it still, I'm going to read this again because I want to know what y'all feel about this. Is it still stay in the child's place if the non-custodian parent sends money to the child, but the custodian parent take that money and use it for their own personal expenses? Is that still, or you want them to act like an adult? You want them to help you with your bills, pay your bills, help you get your nails did. This money's supposed to be for them, but you finna go get your nails there. You finna go do all type of stuff. Race and IQ questions. Which parent genes does it says has strongest influence on the IQ of the offspring? Also, which race on average scores lowest on IQ tests? I don't know. Whose fault? I don't know. That's just messed up. You right, J.A. But that's JV. JV ain't it messed up. And now you can go on up out of here with your racist ass. I'm gonna have to tell somebody to block you now. Okay, so if blacks only make up the United States, whites make up over 50%. Who said that? If blacks continue to reproduce with whites, which group will be annihilated the fastest? Come on now. That's why we ain't finna keep making with y'all. We know what's going on. But you can't take me off my show right quick. Let's get focused. Somebody go ahead, block her, because you getting in here on some BS right now. Just listen to the show. You don't need all them racist questions that you're coming up with right now. I'm glad YouTube blocked you already. So anyway, why is that though? I'm curious to know. Why do you want your kids to be an adult when the non-custodian parent send them money, and you take that money and use that for your own personal expenses. That's not the kid's job to be an adult, to be a parent. You making them be a parent now. You making them be a grown man or a grown woman before they're ready to be a grown man or a grown woman, because you got them paying not helping you with the bills. You ain't taking the money just to pay the bill. You taking the money literally to pay for your expenses. Is that cool or is that not cool? Now, what is it? Stay in a child's place, or stay in a child's place, or you could be an adult sometimes when it come down to me taking that money that daddy's sending you or mommy's sending you. Because it may be some trifling ass man doing the same thing. There's some men that have women on child support and they sending them the child money, and you taking that child money and going to get you some Jordans or going to get you a haircut because they so expensive now. So I don't know. I'm just being 100 with everybody. I don't know which one it is. I don't know which one it is. So let me know. Let me see what's up. Let me see what this one look like. I'm serious. What this one look like? I know people can relate to this one too. I know y'all can relate. Okay. How can a child stay in a child's place if you treat them as your emotional partner? Some of y'all be trying to treat y'all little boys like y'all husbands. I don't know now. It's suspect if the man treating their little daughter like their wife. But some of y'all parents, some of y'all mothers, be trying to treat them boys like they your boyfriend or they your husband. That's emotional incest. I'm just saying. Think about it. That's emotional incest. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't be having these little boys 11 and 12 years old treating them as your emotional partners. That's emotional incest. That's emotional incest. So you can't do that. Let's stop that. What you say, G? It only stay in a child's place. It's only stay in a child's place when it's to protect them from being exposed. I agree 100%. Yeah, because you finna get exposed. So when you about to get your ass exposed, stay in a child's place. I don't understand, y'all. Y'all, we have to fix this. We have to fix it. Okay? We can fix it. We can do better. Remember what I told y'all yesterday. You are not who you were yesterday. You may have been that parent yesterday taking that kid money, spending that money on your nails, on your lashes, on your haircut, man. Because I know it's some trifling men that do the same thing. You might was taking that money, spending it on yourself. But we're going to do better today. We ain't going to let the child stand in a child's place when it's only to benefit you. When it's only to benefit you, to stop you from being exposed. We ain't going to do that. If they're going to be in a child's place, we're going to keep them in the child's place. We ain't going to take their money and help with your personal expenses. We ain't going to tell them to stand in a child's place when they're trying to sit around the adults and be nosy, but we want them to be our boyfriend when everybody gone and you want some emotional support. You feel me? We got to fix it. I'm just saying, we got to fix it. Hey, John. I see you, John. Hey, John, thank you for tuning in. But that ain't what we gonna do, y'all. We can't continue to move like that. We cannot continue to move like that. All right? Let's fix it. I'm serious. Let's fix it, y'all. Let's fix it. So what we gonna do, y'all, I have a suggestion, if that's okay. I have a suggestion. So I suggest you, me, we as people, first, let's look at ourselves. Let's fix ourselves first. Let's educate ourselves on how to parent. Let's listen to the child a little bit more because we can learn a lot from our kids. We can learn a lot from our kids. But first we have to fix ourselves so we can start learning how to listen to our kids. So we can know what's being in the child's place. It's totally okay for your child to have a voice. That's one thing we do as parents, and that's because our parents, a lot of our parents did it to us. They minimized our voices. And then when we grow up, we feel like our voice don't matter because our parents made us feel like our voice don't matter. So one way to fix that, first, let's look deep at ourselves as parents, as the adults, and let's fix ourselves. What I mean by fixing yourself is educate yourself, go around parents that's doing a hell of a job. Go around parents that's doing a pretty good job. Ask questions. Ask questions. Pay attention. Pay attention. And once you fix yourself, I'm sure a lot of things will change. I'm sure we won't take our kids' money when the non-custodian parent sends them money. I'm sure we won't be trying to use our kids for emotional support because we ain't with the father no more, or we ain't with the child's mother. Now you feel like you getting that comfort from your kid. Okay? And then we'll start allowing our kids to have their voice because that matters. In this world that we live in today, our voice is really the most powerful thing we have. But all too often, we find ourselves trying to silence our kids. We find ourselves literally turning them into mutes where they grow up and they don't feel like they have a voice. Our voices are so powerful, our voices can move a mountain. Our voices can have 1 million people following us. Allow your kids to be passionate about what they speak about. Because if they're passionate about what they speak about, people gonna feel them when they speak. People gonna follow them when they speak, but we make them be quiet because they voicing they're expressing themselves to us about how they feel. They got feelings too. So let's fix ourselves and let's fix the problem. Let's build young kings. Let's build young queens. Let's stop tearing them down. Let's stop taking their money. Let's stop making our kids into our boyfriends and girlfriends. Okay? I thank everybody for tapping in with me today. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I can open up the phone lines, but if y'all want to say, hey, Teresa, I see you. I see you, Teresa. Thank you for tapping in. But yeah, this is it's real though. It's real. And we do a lot of things because of what we heard. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of things because of what our parents did, if that makes sense. Our parents did certain things and said certain things. Our parents did that to us. And we found ourselves perpetuating the same cycle when we have kids. Hey, we got Wakanda in the building. Good to see you, Queen. Good to see you, Queen. Yeah, we found ourselves perpetuating the same thing. We found ourselves perpetuating the same cycle with our kids, calling them out their name, want them to stand in a child's place when it only, so it don't expose you and your faults. But we want them to be grown, helping us pay for our personal expenses with their child support money. That sounds like an adult to me. So you either want them to be an adult or you want them to be a child. What they gonna be? A child or an adult? Y'all feel me? So let's get ourselves together. It ain't hard, but just focus on yourself. Let's focus on yourself so we can continue to build young kings and young queens. It ain't over. What you say, Wakanda? I thought it just meant not age appropriate. I don't know, Wakanda. Sometimes, man, these parents, like one of my things was right here, the emotional support. You know, I don't know about age appropriate on that. I don't think at no point in time your kids should be your emotional support, especially teenagers, because you ain't with the father. The father done stepped out their life, or the mama done stepped out their life, and then you using your kids as an emotional support. That's emotional incest. You know, here go another one that I had up there, Wakanda, since you jumped in a little late. You know, is it still stand the child's place? Is it stand the child's place if the non-custodian parent sends money to the child and the custodian parent uses the money for their own personal expenses? You know, that's not a child. Oh, that's right. That's right, Wakanda. I know you would understand it. I know you would understand it. But that's not being a child. You know, that's not being a child. You making that child act like a responsible adult. And then here go one that I had up here, Wakanda. How can a child stand a child's place if you treat them as your, okay, I showed you that one. You know, sometimes, Wakanda, if you look at this one, is it only applicable when they try to express themselves, but you don't like what they are saying? You don't like the way they're doing it. You don't like the way they're expressing themselves to you. So now, you know, now you holler at their ass. You holler at your kids. Stay in the child's place. Stay in the child's place. Because you don't like the way they're saying what they say to you. And that's when what I was speaking on, you mute them. You mute them kids. And then they feel like their voice don't matter, when their voice is the most powerful thing they have as people. Our voice. Our voice as adults could be the most powerful thing. That's the most powerful tool we have, is our voice. But you silence them. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, you silence them. And then this was another one that I had, Wakanda. This is another one I had. You know, is it only applicable when they sitting amongst adults and you trying to be in there talking about their daddy or their mama, or you're talking about your best friend, and you don't want them to, you don't want to expose yourself to, you don't want to expose yourself and your kid to see that you're one of these gossiping people, that you're talking about your best friend, but you're going to be hanging with your best friend tomorrow, but here you are talking about him. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Hey, Anakunle, I see you. Thank you for tapping in. So there, you don't want yourself to be exposed. You don't want to expose yourself, you know, when you're in there gossiping. Now they stand their child's place. Stand the child's place. Not because you exposing. You know, they gonna see you for what you really are. You just a gossiper. You talk behind your best friend back, and you don't want them to hear that. It ain't cool. But that's a lot of the times, because like I say, I've said that before. When I remember my daughter, she was about 11 years old. And she's probably 9 years old. And I can remember when I was married to her mother, and we was all sitting at the table and we was talking, cursing, what we call cursing. And I can remember my daughter coming to the table, sitting around the table while we were talking. And I remember this clear as day, because when I'm talking about these topics, I'm really talking about things that I've done as well. So I'm not bigger than this. This about me too. I don't exclude myself from this. This about me as well. But I remember telling my daughter when my ex-wife and I, we were sitting around talking and cursing and doing this, and I said, get on up out of here. I'm trying to hang around these adults. Stay in the child's place, go in there. But do that apply? That's the question I have. Do that apply when that child's place, do that apply when you're trying to have your kids as an emotional partner, or when the non-custodian parent send them some money? Do that apply? Do that apply when the non-custodian parents send them money and you take their money? I'm not saying it ain't, you can't buy no groceries or you can't pay a bill in the house with some of the money. I'm not saying that. But what you don't do is take that money and go get your lashes did, go get your hair did, go get your nails did, or for the fellas, because there's some trifling ass men out there, like I said. For the fellas, it ain't okay to go get you a haircut, go get you some new Jordans with the money that baby mama sending you for your child. It's not okay, because now that child you don't want them to be in a child's place. It seemed more like they've been an adult. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I want to say thank everybody for tuning in to the show. Today was a good episode for me. I like the topic. And if y'all want to talk about something that's bothering you or that's on your mind, look in the description. There's an email in the description. Look in the description. There's an email in the description. Submit your topics. If you got anything that you want Uncle T to talk about. If you want to come in on the episode, shoot your topic over and I'll open up the lines and bring you in on one of the episodes so we can discuss it. You know, that's what this show is about. The people. It's about y'all. So shoot some of your topics my way and we'll talk about it if that's okay. I'm sipping on some fresh squeezed orange juice that me and my lady squeezed. We picked them. That's one good thing about living where I live. All my neighbors all over, they say our fruit is your fruit. So we was this weekend just going, picking oranges, picking grapefruit. And I swear to you, woo! Man, every time I take a shot of that orange juice or that grapefruit juice, and grapefruit juice is good for the blood pressure too. It's good for the blood pressure. But every time I take a shot of it, it just light me up. And ain't nothing like picking your own fruit and then squeezing them and making your own fresh orange juice. That's organic. And that's what we did this weekend. Went and picked fruit. That's what I did. I went and picked the fruit. She squeezed the fruit. So we got 2 big jugs of fresh squeezed orange juice. I'm talking about, ooh, sweet. And we got a big old jug of fresh squeezed grapefruit juice. And this stuff is good. Okay. How do 30 years friendship turn to foes? Some people grow up, some people grow down. Real talk. Some people grow up, some people grow down. Some people stay, y'all could have been friends while y'all was out there in the streets, out there in the game. One person may got married, got their life together, changed up who they were. And one of them probably stayed exactly who they was when y'all was best friends. Why would the person that grew to being a responsible adult, why would they, that's just like pigeons hanging with eagles. Eagles ain't gonna fly with pigeons. So if you didn't take the time to educate yourself, to grow up, to become something, why would they continue to be friends like that? I'm not saying you can't be the friend, but why would y'all hang out? Y'all don't have nothing in common. So that can be it. I don't know what the situation is, but maybe we can talk about it and get that going. Maybe we can get that going on one of these episodes because I do like it. But I can see different ways though where a 30-year friendship can turn to foes. I can see that. I can see that. Well, in certain situations, it does. In certain situations, ups and downs do have a lot to do with friendship. What if you got a friend that's out there selling dope, carrying guns, and y'all had a 30-year friendship? Now you a professional. You living your life totally different. Why would you still put yourself around someone who's carrying guns, who's carrying pimpions, selling drugs? Why would a professional associate with that? To me, that don't make no sense. If your friend can't get himself together, I'm not saying he's not your friend or she's not your friend, but you ain't finna be riding with them in the car and they got a gun on them, a pimpion on them. You ain't finna be doing that. You don't know if they got a pack on them or what. So you just not finna be doing that. That's all I'm saying. So I can really see how that one can a friend to a foe. I can understand. I'm sure people in that's tuned in right now, I'm sure they can understand how that can turn from a friend to a foe. Some age out and some never grow up. There we go. And develop. There we go. That's exactly what I'm saying, Wakanda. Some age out and some never grow. Y'all could have been best friends doing the same thing. Why would they continue to be your best friend if you just refuse to develop, if you refuse to push yourself to the next level? Why would they be your best friend? I don't know. I don't know. What you say, Charlie? Don't be riding dirty. I'm trying to say the same thing. If my best friend riding dirty all the time, I'm not finna be riding with my best friend. I'm gonna have to literally do a pat down for my best friend if you getting in my car. I got to do a pat down because I don't know what you got on you. You ain't finna jeopardize me in my career. What you say? He would still be my friend, but I can't hang with him like that because of his lifestyle. But he will always be my friend. I get it. I can't hang with him because of his lifestyle, but he will always be my friend. He will always be my friend. My growth doesn't change my friendship. I get it. I can agree with that. I can agree. He can still be your friend. That don't mean you're going to be hanging out with him. I get that. I get that. Queen Wakanda, speak. Don't have me to open up the line right now. Innocent bystander. He living a certain kind of life. Let me break that down, what she mean by that. He living a certain kind of life now. This dude, they done made movies like this too. You know, Boys in the Hood. Y'all remember Ricky? Y'all remember? Getting ready to go off to be a professional football player. Y'all remember that, right? That's what she's saying. If you know, because some things can be prevented. I don't care what nobody say. People like to try to say, when it's your time, you gonna go. No, that ain't how it works. Some things can be prevented. Like she just said, if this your best friend, or this was your best friend growing up, but you know the lifestyle he living, he out here robbing, he out here doing all type of stuff. People at him, people trying to get him. And you know people trying to get him. And you put yourself in that place When you could have said, you know what? It's the wrong situation for me to be in. I shouldn't be around. This is my friend, but I can't be around him standing out talking and yibber-yabbing. Because somebody may try to come and get him and miss him and bow. There I go. There I go. I got caught up in the crossfire. So you see what I'm saying? It can't. I like the topic, what you said, but it's too many loopholes where this can be easy debunked. It's a lot of situations where a growing up friend, a neighborhood friend, turn into a person that you can't really be friends with like that. You can't really be around them like that because you'll put yourself in danger. What if y'all riding with your kid in the car and you just trying to take him out to go get a bite to eat, and somebody saw him get in your car and they come bop, 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 and your kid get. So some things you just can't even be, it ain't even worth jeopardizing yourself, your lifestyle. It ain't even worth that. Yeah, Wakanda say that was a good one. And a lot of children has been, yes, they have. A lot. She said a lot of children have been unalive just because of that reason. Right there. They weren't trying to get the father. The father had an old friend in the car and he couldn't take himself away from around his friend. A lot of these same situations you're speaking on, it happens, Anna Kool-Aid, it happens with a lot of these athletes. It happens with a lot of these athletes. Allen Iverson. I take my hat off to him. But his career ended before it should have ended. His career ended before it should have ended. Why? Because, and he'll tell you in his own story, he couldn't remove himself from his childhood friends. Somebody else's career, another athlete career getting ready to go down the drain, slowly but surely going down the drain. And they one of the coldest, but they weren't even in the All-Star game. Ja Morant. He can't disassociate himself from his friends. Is it really worth it? It's not worth it. I just got to call it like it is. It ain't worth it. And Akule say a lot of people is not unalive because of friendship. They're being unalive before being followers, and they're being unalive for being followers and doing dumb. I can agree with that too. I agree with that. I agree. A lot of them are. But you can't say the situations that we talking about don't happen. We're not saying that this don't happen. This does happen. A lot of them are being unalive for, being followers and doing dumb stuff. Absolutely. Absolutely agree. But a lot of it also happened because of what? What we just got through talking about. I used a perfect example. They didn't make that movie, Boys in the Hood. It's a lot of movies based on true stories where friends can't disassociate themselves from certain friends. And something ended up happening to them or one of their loved ones because they couldn't disassociate themselves. But this topic is about what do we mean when we say stay in a child's place? Is it only applicable when they are sitting amongst adults? Do it really apply? Do it really apply? Like in this, and do it only apply when they trying to voice their opinion? They trying to voice their opinion. Guilty by association, I hear you. They trying to voice their opinion about what they think. Now you want to turn them into a mute. But they can be adults. They can be adults. They can be adults when you want to get that money They can help you pay for your nails or your haircut or them Jordans or them lashes. They can help you pay for them lashes and Jordans and all that good stuff. I'm just saying. You got to know if you want them to be in the child's place, keep them in the child's place. But let the child's place apply all around the board. Just let the child's place apply all around the board. Anyway, y'all, Uncle T got a little work to do. Dealing with a client. I have a client, a client in my real estate business, so I can't associate too much around certain people because I don't want to be, you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So that's the situation. I have a professional career, so certain things I'm not allowed to do right here because they may be looking at this. My brokerage may be looking at this. I can't be talking about certain stuff. I'm just being this one of them situations. So with that being said, man, I want to say I got to get up out of here. I love my audience. Y'all the best audience. I will be back in here tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I'll shoot out a post, let y'all know when I'm about to jump on. But when I jump on, y'all jump in. When I jump on, jump in. We're going to always have some interesting topics. Shoot me an email if you will. Please shoot me an email if you will so we can make this happen. Let's make this happen. Shoot me an email. Let me know what y'all want to discuss. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. I appreciate everybody that tapped in this afternoon. I hope y'all had a blessed day and continue to have a blessed evening. Pray. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. We living on borrowed time. Tomorrow is not promised. Be the best version of you so you can be the best version for them kids. Okay? Uncle T out. What you say, Charlie? Yes. I got to go do it. Y'all be blessed. Don't be none less.